What is up, my friends, and welcome to another Anfield Agenda News Roundup. We have got a massive show for you today, breaking down all the biggest Liverpool talking points. We're going to cover everything from some wild transfer rumors to a potential revolution in how we all watch the game.
Okay, here's what we've got on the agenda. We'll kick things off by looking at who could possibly replace a legend. Then we're diving straight into the madness of the transfer window, some crazy price tags in there. We'll check out the future with the next generation of talent, and then this huge idea of a Premier League Netflix. And we'll finish up with a big question about Alisson's future. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with Emile Heskey. The former Liverpool man has been talking about who could replace Mo Salah, and well, his shortlist has definitely raised a few eyebrows. Okay, let's break this down. Kvaratskhelia. I mean, he'd be an unreal signing, an incredible talent, but PSG seem to be sniffing around and it just feels really unlikely. Then you've got Bowen. Look, 2 or 3 years ago, I'd have snapped your hand off. Now, he just feels a bit too old to be a long-term solution. Maybe a short-term option? And finally, Christian Pulisic. Honestly, I had to check it wasn't 2019. He's had a good season at Milan, but for me, it's a definite no. So it really begs the question, right? Are any of these names genuinely realistic targets for Liverpool, or is this just pure transfer talk nonsense to get us through the summer? Let me know what you think.
Right. Speaking of transfers, let's move on from potential replacements to the absolute madness surrounding some of the other players being linked with the club. It's getting pretty wild out there.
First off, just look at this number, £125 million. That is the truly ludicrous price tag that Newcastle have apparently slapped on Anthony Gordon. I actually can't say it with a straight face. It's gone up again.
Look, for me, Gordon would be a great signing at around this number, somewhere between 65, maybe 70 million pounds. Yep, he's homegrown and that adds a premium, but anything more than that feels scandalous. Who is paying 125 million pounds? Not us, surely.
And this just sums up the drama around Florian Wirtz perfectly. His marketing agent is apparently out there telling Xabi Alonso to take the boy to Real Madrid, and then even messaging Florentino Perez directly. Honestly, I'm just sick of this obsession agents have with Madrid.
But here's the crucial point. Reports suggest Wirtz's family, with his father as the lead, are his main agents. This Struth fella, his agency might only handle the marketing side of things. If that's true, maybe he should just stick to that and stop stirring things up.
All right, let's get into some more positive news, because it's not just about the big money transfers, it's about the character and mentality of the next wave of talent. And this is the kind of stuff you just love to see.
You have got to love this from young winger Rio Ngumoha. That's exactly what you want to hear. A winger who just wants to run at his man, take him on, and put the fear of God into defenders. That's the Liverpool way.
And what's even better is hearing that the new gaffer, Arne Slot, is taking such a hands-on approach. He's personally talking Ngumoha through clips, going over his development. That is proper coaching. That's how you build a young player's confidence.
And then there's this lad, Ousmane Diomande. We've been linked with him, and not only does he seem to have talent, but he's apparently got the character to match. He reportedly rejected a big money move to Chelsea, choosing patience. I already liked him. Now I find out he rejected Chelsea? Get him in. Immediately.
But there is a potential snag. There seems to be a dispute over his agent. He switched representatives, but his old management claims he's still under contract with them. The whole thing could end up going to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and that could complicate any move. Okay, let's shift gears completely. We're moving from players on the pitch to something that could literally change everything for every single fan watching from home. This is a potential revolution. So, the Premier League is reportedly looking at a Netflix-style streaming platform, and it's a total game changer. Instead of juggling Sky, TNT, Amazon, all these expensive subscriptions, you'd get one single platform. Every match, live or on demand, a full archive, all for a rumored £10 a month. 10 quid!
So what do you think? Would you say bye-bye to your current subscriptions for this? I think I probably would. I mean, £10 a month for every game, it sounds like an absolute bargain. But is it too good to be true?
And finally, let's talk about the spine of the team, because there is a huge decision looming for the club when it comes to our world-class number one.
And it is the classic dilemma, isn't it? Do you cash in on a top player now while his value is at its absolute peak to help fund the future, or do you keep him and risk his value dropping as his contract runs down? So, reports from Italy are saying Juventus are interested. Alisson's contract runs until 2027, which puts the club at a real crossroads. Cashing in now would obviously get the maximum fee, but he's still one of the best goalkeepers on the planet and he's absolutely crucial to this team.
So it all boils down to this one question. What should Liverpool do? Do you sell one of the most important players in the squad, or do you keep the king at Anfield? Personally, I don't want him to go. He is way too important. But I want to know what you think. Drop a comment below. Thanks as always for your support. Much love.